All right, that means we're back. I don't know how to turn that noise off. I don't know if people are hearing that, but the computer has told me that a recording is in progress. Welcome back to the Cavalry.
Welcome
everybody.
to the Cavalry, everyone.
Oh, man, we have a great guest this week. So funny. My good buddy from way back from the East Coast in my brief period of my life when I lived in Boston for about 9 months. I made a lot of good friends, and one of them's Ahmed Barucha, very, very funny comedian. Ahmed, what's up, man?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Where are you? Where are you coming from? Where are you guys?
I'm in Santa Barbara, California right now. I moved here in the middle of the pandemic. My parents live here, so it seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah, everybody. That's funny because Johnny and I both before the pandemic moved back to. I don't know. I never lived in Portland before, but I moved to Portland and then back to Madison.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I never lived in Madison. I was in Milwaukee, but now we're in Madison.
So it really wasn't the same.
Not related to the pandemic and not back home.
I was reaching for a connection that wasn't there.
We all moved. We moved.
Yeah.
We know what moving is like.
Moved. That's true. See, we're all human beings.
Wow, what are the odds? We all have that connection.
You've moved?
You've moved too?
I've moved.
At some point.
I have moved like too many times though. Like we move a lot. We probably moved like 10 times in the pandemic, kind of.
Oh my god.
Some of it was like a wandering trip, but we just kept going and moving places.
Moving is the worst. It's like I know it's like listed like on those list of things, the most stressful possible things you can do, like that and like dying or
dying. Isn't it like having a child die or a parent die, moving, and changing jobs or something like that?
I guess it's
that still does not fit. That's pretty intense.
I guess it's not that stressful when you die because it's that's the
maybe
ultimate
for a second.
stress relief.
No.
This is gonna suck.
Oh shit!
You've never been less stressed in your life than after that.
If someone's kid died, you can be like, "Yeah, I know how you feel. I moved."
Yeah, we should start a support group for people like us.
Yeah,
it was a rough month for me too, man. I all these boxes we've barely unpacked.
Well, you're still gonna stay in the same house as your kid was living in, right?
Yeah. So really, it's
not that bad.
You have to move like a room of stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's mostly small stuff, so a lot easier.
Yeah, it's not heavy.
So in a way, my tragedy was worse. I had to move.
Yeah, I mean, my stuff's pretty big. I'm an adult.
Starting off dark. That's good.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it was the moving.
Yeah. I wanted to say this quick too before we went too much further. Johnny, I know you were camping this weekend.
Oh yes.
And your wife posted because you said like, oh yeah, before we on the last episode, Johnny was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go camping. So here's this clip early, and he did like his homework ahead of time. Basically
phoned it in. Oh wow.
Yeah, and then so I go, oh that's cool. They're going on a little family camping trip. Then your wife posts this picture of like 47 children, like all lined up. I was like, where did all those kids?
Oh my god!
Were you guys?
I didn't see the picture, but yeah, there were like 47 kids. It was crazy.
It looked insane to me.
It was weird because we had like 2 group sites, connected, and there was like 6 families at ours and 5 families at theirs, and each family had 3 or 4 kids. I mean, it was a zoo. It was crazy.
Speaking of, not because we were dark there a second ago, but you went home with the same number of kids?
All the kids made
it?
There's
a good chance. There's like a river or something.
Yeah.
I might, if that was the case, I might have pushed the recording till later in the week. I need
and you might not have been enjoying that last joke as much.
Yeah,
right.
I know the
really
rule is
biting my tongue. Oh, hey guys.
The rule is yes and, but I feel like you can take a day off if you've lost a child.
Yeah.
So it was
same
fun,
number of kids. We actually came back with 1 extra camping chair though, so that was kind of nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it a situation where you're going to do the diligence and find out whose chair it is, or that's just yours forever?
No, I mean, I asked everyone that was still there, hey, is this anyone's? And no one made any noise. So I was like, all right.
Just took home a haunted chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead guy's chair.
There hasn't been a chair here for 50 years.
What? Oh, man.
I'm not big on camp. Me and my wife, we're not big campers. I almost have never gone camping as an adult. I went one time in Mount Rainier. I went with some friends, but we thought it was like that, going to be that thing where you just get drunk, you know? But it was, you had to, so we have this big cooler and no real like camping supplies. But then it's like the campsite is a mile in hike. So it's not like that stupid thing or KOA. Like, so now we're carrying this giant cooler full of beer. Like a mile. We're like, where is this place? It rained all night. It was awful.
Man.
It was like one of the worst nights of my life.
Oh, God.
That's my
experience. we just brought all of our stuff to the site, but it's different when you got like, you know, everyone's parents and it's families, and it's like, all right, let's put the kids, you know, the kids are up, it's camping, so the kids are up till 10 and the parents are just drinking all day long. And so it's like you start putting the kids to bed, and then you know, we get talked to the ranger like 3 times and we're all drunk, so we're just making fun of him as he walks away and he's getting all pissed off. And then, like, you know, after everyone finally,
yeah. What were you in trouble
unruly.
for?
We're just being loud, and we were being those assholes at the campsite, doing karaoke around the fireplace at, you know, midnight,
having
or
40 children.
Yeah, exactly. just being unreasonable.
Oh wow! So you guys,
and then you can just hear. It's funny because everyone's intense, so you can hear everyone's parenting techniques comes out in true form. You can just hear the fighting, the yelling, the scolding, the couples fighting. You know, it's hilarious.
Oh, God.
You're just trying to lay. You're just laying
aggressive
there.
zipping and unzipping of tent doors.
Yeah. Flaps.
Get up, you fucking asshole! I did it last time.
Heidi and I talk about that all the time because there's like Heidi used to nanny, and so these parents, and for these rich parents, and they'd all have the most evolved way of speaking to their children or disciplining their. So it wasn't like you're supposed to say like, "Hey, I know you're upset," or you're not supposed to say like, "Hey." You're supposed to say, "I know you're having big feelings right now." That was like the buzz.
Sounds sarcastic.
I know. It sounds like you're making fun of them. Like, "Ooh, somebody's having big feelings."
Oh, is that a big feeling you're having?
Yeah.
Oh God. It was 35 degrees the first night, by the way. That's cold, right? That's like ridiculous.
That's like
Yes.
survival.
That is cold.
Worrisome. Like
that was the worst. I don't think I slept at all. We had me and my wife had to sleep on a twin air mattress together, which even if it wasn't 35 degrees, that's a nightmare. But you put that on top of it, it was terrible. We're in our winter coats. Oh God, it was terrible.
What was the tent situation like? One big tent? Did you have one of those like cool tents with like rooms? When I was a kid.
Yeah, but we didn't put the
coolest
walls
thing.
up, so it was just big one.
Oh, you didn't like zip up the
I don't know how to do that, so we were all one big thing.
I don't
even put the cover on the top because it's just extra work when you're putting your tent up. So it's just
You're
whatever
not in
the
a
minimum
tent,
is.
Wait, you didn't have
What?
a ceiling?
There's no top. It doesn't sound like you're in a tent.
Well, I mean, it's got like a screen top, but then you got to
okay.
put like the rain cover, and I just was like, well, if it
Oh,
rains, we're going home.
Tent.
Yeah, it has a roof.
Yeah.
You just brought like some saran wrap and
four sticks. Yeah.
No one come in here. This is our tent.
Yeah, we're not coming in there. Don't worry.
No one wants to steal your fake tent.
Yeah, stop throwing your trash over the wall of our tent, please. This is not a garbage.
Ahmed, do you ever do you guys go camping? Do you guys ever go camping?
No, we've never. I don't think I've been like really camping. I guess I've been hiking a lot. I guess I went camping with my friends once, like sleeping there. I rarely ever sleep there. I think I like the woods, but I like to go home after.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, I like hiking, but
yeah, hiking's great. I'd like to try camp more. I just don't think I know how. I don't think I would bring the right things.
A lot of gear.
Yeah.
That's what intimidates me. I don't want to have to go get all this stuff and then and then you got to keep it all for the next time.
Yeah, if
Then you
someone
forget it the
good
next
at camping
time.
is going camping, I'll go with them. Be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
if someone
let me
takes
sleep on your
charge.
That's the way to
air
do it.
mattress. Yeah.
Someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Because if you don't, I mean, yeah, you got to get all the stuff, and you only know what stuff you're going to need by trial and error. And you're like, oh, remember how last time the entire trip fucking sucked because we didn't bring, sleeping bags? Let's remember sleeping bags.
But that's what's so funny about it is because like that's your vacation. So you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's you're teetering on a knife's edge from having like a really fun, interesting time, memories that you'll have forever, or like the worst weekend of your life because you forgot,
Yeah.
ice or something.
Yeah. That's very true, but it's also quite the money saver. You're spending $19 instead of 175 or whatever.
That is true. Yeah. So cheap parents took
Cheap
kids
parents.
camping.
That's right. We're
Really
going camping
cheaped
again.
out. No Disneyland for you guys. They're going to the woods.
But you
Then
got
they
to
can
act like it's a treat. You got to spin it like, hey, we're going camping.
I remember because we went to Disneyland when I was a kid. We drove from Seattle. And then like the next summer we went to Yellowstone, which was, anybody would tell you is like the coolest thing in the world. But I was such a brat and had just been to Disneyland. So I was like, I don't want to. What are we doing? Why are we going to? And I was complaining the whole trip. And finally, my mom or dad or somebody was like, hey, we spent a lot of money to go here. And so you better enjoy this. And I was like, we paid for this?
You guys are fools.
What? This costs money to go walk around in the woods? This is awful.
Ripped
Is this
off.
smelly geyser they charge for this? This is disgusting. So I was a real jerk. But I have a theory about that with kids. I think like you don't appreciate nature till you're like a little older. But then like all the like Disneyland type stuff, like like roller coasters or animatronics, that kind of thing, you're like completely blown away by when you're a kid. But then when you're older, you see through it. You're like, that's just a crappy piece of plastic or whatever, or a dangerous that's, people die on this thing or puke on it,
I'm not going to Disneyland with you.
I'm telling my daughter the whole time, no. People probably pissed on that. You don't want to go in there.
Dad, we don't have to go to Disneyland anymore. I don't think you like it.
Everyone's underpaid. Walt Disney was an anti-Semite. You don't want
You're taking a picture with like that.
Yeah. No, so but that's my theory is that you should, like kids, you want to do the nature stuff later and the hokey like theme park stuff earlier. I think it get more bang for your buck. But
that's your.
Who knows? Maybe that's just me. Yeah.
Take your kids to Disneyland early.
Yeah, get it
Take
out of
them
the
outside
way
later,
and tell them when you're there too. Enjoy it because this is the last time we're ever coming here. So soak it up.
Yeah, we got 3 kids. We're trying to figure out because we want to take them to Disney World, but we keep being like, well, we want to time it to where we get the most excitement out of it. But
Right.
I got a 7-year-old, but then we got the 2.5-year-old. So it's like, well, we don't want to go now because then Phoebe will forget it, and we're not spending all this fucking money if she doesn't remember it. And then so we're kind of worried that by the time she's old enough to remember it, Edie will be like, "This is lame. I want to go." To
Oh no, I think that's interesting. I think the sweet spot's probably like
I mean, I think it is
12,
where
like when you're 12, 10, and 7. Is that the way it works out?
12, 10, and
Would those ages make sense, or am I making that up?
yeah, I think so.
I think that's pretty good.
So she's 2 and he's 6. So yeah, 6, 10, and 12.
Yeah,
that would be good.
That seems like a good.
All right, we'll do
Because
that.
12 is still
We got 4 years. Okay, I could save up.
4 years.
There'll be nothing but
still there.
camping until then.
Yeah.
You're gonna be really good at camping by the time this trip comes around. Oh man. So anyway, Ahmed, thank you for doing the show. As you know, as I've warned you, we try to ask guests and each other what we might need backup on. Do you have anything you need backup on this week?
Yeah, I it's not a very popular opinion, but I don't love breakfast. I don't love breakfast. People get really
Wow.
excited about it, and they don't want to even hear that you don't like breakfast.
Whew.
Ooh,
Okay,
wow,
tell me
starting
more.
out with a
Yeah.
rough one.
This is
So,
tough.
so it's a hard thing too, because I don't hate breakfast. Like I'll eat breakfast. There's some good things in breakfast. I can get excited about breakfast, but breakfast is so like exclusionary. I feel like if you eat something that doesn't belong in the breakfast menu, people get so mad at you, or they're just like
Right.
disgusted by you. Like I'm I
I
think
have
it's
to find that.
Indian, so I like curry for breakfast. If people see me eat curry, they're like, "What? How could you eat that? That's not breakfast." Like
Yeah.
I just want to eat whatever I want to eat, anything that I want in the morning. People are like, "No, only
Hey,
egg or cake." Like there's only
Right.
and I don't love eggs. I like a good egg every once in a while, but not eggs every day. Eggs dominate breakfast. And I just like I
True.
hate being at an airport and all you can get is like a really shitty, weird airport egg. Just makes me
Yeah,
mad.
or like the egg sandwich, the reheated like
Yeah.
crappy egg sandwich. That is very funny, the idea of like people looking at you and going, "How could you eat curry for breakfast?" as they pour like syrup on their fried
Yeah,
chicken on a waffle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just like an arbitrary line where you're not allowed to have things that you'd have for dinner.
Yeah,
That's true.
this is tough. I do love breakfast. And I do
know,
eat
it's hard.
eggs every day.
I'm
But I
all
can
alone in
respect
this.
I can respect the logic behind it. But you're hungry in the morning, right? Like you eat a meal in the
I
morning.
think partly not that as well. Like I guess I don't want to eat right away. I don't mind eating, but it's not like, ooh, wake up, gotta eat. I don't mind
Yeah.
waiting like an hour or two. But
Yeah, well, I feel like when I was single, I would, and I didn't have a structured, normal life. I didn't eat breakfast because it'd be like, oh, what? Like if I'm on the road, that when I'm on the road, I almost never do.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
First meal is lunch.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're like you go for a walk or something. Maybe you get coffee, and then you'll get lunch at some
And
point.
then another gripe with breakfast though is that, then people get super excited about like breakfast only allows certain things in breakfast, but then they also have breakfast all day, which people love. That just makes me more mad because it's like, no, breakfast is already like excluding lunch and dinner during their time, and now they're like, hey, you could have breakfast now too. Or like, why can't I have dinner for breakfast then? If
that's
you're
a good
getting
point.
so excited about breakfast all day.
Yeah, everyone gets excited for breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
But then at your house, you're like, we're having dinner for breakfast.
Yeah, and
It's a
everyone's
special.
like, "Get the
Everyone's like,
fuck
this
out."
sucks.
Yeah, we hate you.
But then there is like, I feel like the only exception would be like at brunch, it's a little more acceptable to have like a burger
Yeah.
or something.
Brunch is the cool breakfast. I like brunch. Brunch is
Yeah.
cool. I can totally get down on brunch because it's just a little more open. It's like no judgment. Eat what you like, not a certain thing that we've decided you're allowed to eat when you wake up. It's like,
Right.
and it's really specific. It's either like eggs or just like very sugary carbs, like donuts and bagels and pancakes and French toast. It's like just like dessert or eggs.
Yeah. And the like the cured meat, it's like sausage or
Yeah, I
bacon,
like
and which I've really stopped. I almost never have like breakfast meats anymore because I don't know why. It's just less appealing to me than
Went
it
too
used to
crazy.
be.
Went too hard early on.
Went too hard.
Even
too
bacon.
many. I mean, I have it, but I just don't. I try not to order it if I'm. I don't know why. Too many continental breakfasts because when I was
Yeah.
on the road, I really would like make it. I would try to hit the continental, so I like force myself to get up at.
That's also I hate that because it's like the one thing they give
8:45.
you. They're like, you get this for free, but I hate breakfast. So it's like,
yeah.
fuck you, man. Give me
good
lunch
point.
for free.
You're like,
What?
can I trade 3 breakfasts for
Yeah,
one dinner?
come
Is
on.
that fair?
It's just so like the rules are very rigid for breakfast.
Well,
With bacon, the thing is, like, you never get enough. If you're eating with people, you get a strip or two. And so I remember the first time when I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a pack of bacon and I'm going to fucking eat all the bacon I want. And it turned me off of bacon for a very long time because it's fucking gross. If
Yeah,
you
it's a
eat
lot.
a shit ton.
And it's like when you feel how heavy a pack of bacon is at the grocery store, and then when you see what it looks like when you're done cooking it, and it's all light because that's how much fat
is-
and grease has melted off of that. It's pretty illuminating. Or like you're not supposed to pour like bacon grease down the drain,
Right.
you know? So you save it in some disgusting
Yeah, you gotta drink it.
Coke can or something. You gotta drink it. Yeah, that's
The
right.
drain is kosher.
My parents were like, "We're not wasting that. Pass it around till it's finished."
It's so hot though. Quit your bitching.
Everyone take a pull. So, but this is opening my eyes, actually, because this is a great point,
Yeah.
how dictatorial
Yeah.
breakfast is.
Like nothing else. Like any other like time at lunch, dinner. Like you can eat. Like maybe you wouldn't eat a pancake for dinner, but chicken and waffles or something.
Yeah,
like that,
my family
like,
has.
Yeah, exactly. No one's judging you the other direction.
No,
Yeah, there's just such a small number of people that are bitching at the McDonald's counter that they can't get their double quarter pounder with cheese at 7 a.m.
That does make me so mad. Like most of it comes from being like a comic trapped in the airport like early.
Yeah.
I don't want an egg McMuffin. Like I
Right.
just want something I like.
Yeah.
but the airport is kind of one of those places where you can't. I feel like actually though you're right because they'll
They're
try to do it.
strict.
They'll bend over backwards to do a different menu because then like. You'll go to like Auntie Anne's Pretzels, and even they are like, "Oh no, it's our breakfast pretzel."
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
everyone's forcing because they have to be open because
Yeah.
they know people will be there.
I can't
So
tell you how many times I've just been like in Burger King line or something, just like waiting the extra like 6 minutes, like standing there, and they know I'm waiting for it, and then I'm just like, they're like making me wait the full time. They know I already asked the question. They're like,
Yeah,
wait 5 more minutes.
they literally in the computer they cannot put the
Yeah.
order in.
It's like, sorry, we'll get in trouble.
Yeah, I've never thought about it before, and it is like too like I guess because I basically have the same breakfast almost every day now.
What do you
and-
get?
Oh, like eggs, just like a couple of scrambled eggs every
Yeah,
time.
See,
Every time.
I like,
And
and that's the
I like
problem too.
it.
Is I like it.
Yeah,
People will be like, "Oh, you don't like this, or you don't like that." I was like, "No, I like it. I just don't want to be forced to pick it."
Yeah.
right. It's like I feel like I've been conditioned, and now you're
Yeah, you have.
unplugging me from the matrix.
Tomorrow, just
Nice.
eat like lobster for breakfast. See how it feels.
Right. I always turn down the lobster. It just goes bad in our fridge. I'm like, should we do lobster? Nah, not for breakfast. Can you imagine how intimidated? Have you ever cooked a lobster? I cannot
I
imagine.
have once. It was weird. It's like,
Oh
I
man.
don't normally like kill something, and you're just like, oh, I'm like just actually like killing this.
I am torturing and
Yeah.
murdering.
Yeah, not just killing, but like killing in one of the most horrifying
Yeah, it
ways
was like, oh, I'm not
imaginable.
gonna do this anymore. It's hypocritical. I'll still eat it, but I just don't want to be.
I
part
know.
of it.
Yeah, I can't get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's ever changed their mind, like felt so bad, pulled it out and tried to resuscitate.
Yeah.
Just be like, no, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And it just pinches you.
And it hates you forever.
Yeah.
Like 3 years later, you have this pet lobster, and everyone's got the same question. You're like, what? Why do you have a pet? Well, I was gonna have this romantic dinner, and I just couldn't go through with it.
Yeah. Why is its face all burnt? Well,
I tried. I did
Yeah,
try
it's
to do.
horribly scarred.
it just scarred its whole life. It's just wishing you would have finished the job.
Kill me and eat me.
You did this to me.
You did this.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that was a good topic though, because when you first said it, I was like, oh, I can't. I love breakfast. But
Oh,
then when
that's
you
how
point
everyone
out what
feels.
you're talking about, like the
I think-
breakfast food, I get
Yeah.
behind that.
Well, yeah, and I can get there too. And I think it's people are lying to themselves though, because it's what you said. They just want an excuse to eat like
Yeah.
cake and shit.
Yeah.
for breakfast. They
Pancake.
just want to like, no, it's okay. It's breakfast. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
and I guess for me, I just don't have any sensitivity to like a certain kind of food in the morning. I think people are like, oh, how could you eat that when you wake
Yeah.
up? It's like, it's the same thing as when you're eating it later.
yeah, no. It's. I think it like you just brush your teeth, but then
Yeah.
orange juice. People drink orange juice. That's like the worst thing you can have after brushing your teeth. So that doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's take it.
I'm gonna try and get Heidi. We're gonna have curry for breakfast tomorrow.
Yes,
We're gonna see how that goes.
I'm gonna see if I can get a double quarter pounder with cheese for breakfast tomorrow.
Do it.
Just order them tonight, Johnny. And just
That's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do.
Good morning, everybody. I made breakfast.
I know you didn't think this was possible, but.
Oh man, yeah, just getting up really early and making curry. The whole house smells of curry as everyone wakes up.
What's going on?
Yeah. No, I'm backing you up, dude. I think that's you've opened my eyes.
Thanks.
And yeah, it was an upset because when you came in hot, I don't like breakfast.
Scared.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Gets people emotional.
Yeah. I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm crying. Now.
How could you say that about pancakes?
I invited you on this. I thought you're my friend. So Johnny, do you need some backup this week?
All right, so here's mine. I've been adding to it as I see more. I don't know what my thing is, but mine all are related to ads that pop up on my Instagram feed. But I think there seems to be an explosion of inventions that claim there's a problem that there is no problem or doesn't exist. Like, are you know, like the one that jumps out is the square pillow, where they're like, you have a hard time to sleep. It's because pillows are not designed for the human body. You need the square pillow. And they show a chalkboard with a right angle. And it's like, it's 2021 and my pillow's fine. I've never been like, this damn squishy pillow.
Yeah.
So there's that one. I think.
Wait.
I've
First
seen
of all,
that one.
You've seen that one? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sometimes
like,
I swear Johnny's
I wouldn't
getting
look at your head. It's a square. It's a right angle. You need to put a right angle in there. It's like no.
That sounds awful.
No one's ever like, I just need a little extra. Right?
Exactly.
Like corner.
I need to fill in the gap.
Yeah.
It sounds like what Fred Flintstone
what's my head
sleeps
doing?
on.
Yeah.
Just a big rock.
Yeah. And so that's a made up problem. So then the next one is the squatty potty. And I've gotten resistance on this one. I don't know if you guys have used it or have it. I've never used it.
I'll confess I'm a squatty potty user.
Okay, then this will be good because you could tell me if I'm wrong. But my logic is they show the picture and they're like, you need to release this. And when you put your legs up, it releases it and lets, poop fly out of your ass easier.
Isn't it a copy for these?
How does it not have? We'll make one. We'll insert it in the episode.
Oh, okay.
Just fly it out of there.
Doesn't just leaning forward a little bit while you're on the toilet have the same effect as putting your feet up? Because they show that thing that's like being pinched and it's like you put your feet up and it loosens it.
For those of you
lean forward,
what? Johnny has created a very technical diagram with his two fingers connecting together.
I always record just for the YouTube listeners. The podcast listeners can go screw themselves.
Yeah, well, Ahmed, what do you think? Could you?
I mean, I'm with you with the pillow, but I'm losing you with the squatty potty because now that I use it a lot, whenever I go and they don't have it, I'm like, sucks, man. It's got feet just on the ground, like.
But what is it that you like about, like, is it relaxing, the feeling, or does it like do something
it
different?
Does feel like it just it's not as much of work. Sometimes I'll have like some work in there involved.
Yeah, it's all that curry for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't have any fiber in my diet. I'm not eating any breakfast, so I really need the squatty potty. I think it is.
Flakes.
It might be tied to my childhood too. Like I have this weird thing where like my grandmother's from like Burma and Pakistan, and I think like squatting was like more like the culture of like when they would go to the bathroom, I think, or at least how she taught me. So I used to like stand up on the toilet when I was younger, and I didn't know that no one else was doing that.
Wow.
And then there was like it was like in kindergarten, there was a kid who was just like a weird kid. And he was poking his head under like the stalls and like being weird to people. But then he poked his head under mine, and I probably scarred him. He was like, "What are you doing?"
But that's so great because that's like young enough where you could have convinced him, like, wait, you just put your ass on the seat where
On
everyone
this
else's
filthy
ass
seat?
goes?
You
What are
put your
crazy?
ass where people's shoes go?
And I'm the weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
like
it kind of brings me back to that, you know.
No, and I've heard that like evolutionary wise, humans, you had to squat.
Exactly.
That's the thinking
It's
behind
like
it,
simulating a squat.
right? I've
Alright.
had some difficult
Try it.
moments. I've had some times, and I know because I've heard about the squatty potty for a while now, and I've never used it. But I've had some times where it's like, oh, this one's rough,
Mm.
And I've put my feet, like I've tried to hold my feet up, like, but it's
Like with stirrups or something.
yeah, well, just under my own power, which I think doesn't do anything,
That's
because
just gonna you're just clenching your butthole if you're holding your legs midair.
Well, I don't know, but I was trying to simulate, like, what if there was a piece of, because I'm like, the squatty potty it's just a piece of plastic that sits on the ground, so it's like I could put my feet up 2 inches, and see if I could create the same effect.
I want to see the commercial for that.
Or just
You
my
don't
mind,
need the squatty potty.
the imaginary potty.
With my 5 simple tips, you can.
Are you sick and tired of doing a half a crunch while you're taking a shit and holding it?
But I do back you up in that, like, there's a lot of just like made up problems. Like, can you not do this anymore? And then they'll just show someone who's like struggling at like
Because they
laying
basically,
down.
they basically made life about as easy as it should be for a human being. We have like entertainment endlessly. We have, shelter, heat, transportation. Everything's been basically covered. So now you're right. They have to invent ways that you're suffering.
Don't you hate looking this way?
Yeah. The always mirror.
Yeah.
It looks
Always
for your left side, so you'll never have to turn your neck again.
Have like 70 mirrors.
Yeah, just mirrors everywhere.
How did we live before then?
Just
Wow.
always staring.
So much more time.
My neck has never been so atrophied. Thank you.
So now what about the all these brands of bidets? Now I'm not saying a bidet is not, it doesn't do what it is doing it, but to sell it like, hey, you've got shit all over your ass. This is ridiculous. Watch that, and then they show, peanut butter on someone's fist, and they're like, you can't get that off. It's like, are you serious?
Again, Johnny, you missed a calling here. You should be in the copywriting business.
Are you tired of having shit all over your ass all day long?
You show a businessman like failing to make a sale because he keeps looking at his ass.
What is that smell?
Oh no, we lost the Johnson account.
Did you have shit all over your asshole during the meeting?
I don't
again?
know. I've been wiping it with toilet paper like they teach you. Is there another way?
There's 70 other ways.
Yeah.
I have never used a bidet, and I think the few times I've stayed it was always a hotel that had a bidet.
Yeah.
The first few times I didn't even know what it was, and then after that, since knowing what it was, I'm just way too intimidated to like, not screw it up or something or whatever. Can you clog a bidet? I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a different. The few times I've seen it, it's like a different place to go. Like you go to the bathroom and then you move to the bidet.
Yeah, that's what I've
yeah.
seen.
It's weird.
Yeah.
That seems like something's gonna go on in between.
The transfer, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
Just
if you've
smearing shit
ever
all over the seat.
right, because like when you run out of toilet paper and then there isn't a spare roll within arm's reach, you have to like get up and go to the hall closet. Like that's a tough walk too. That's
But
the
if
bidet walk.
it was like so needed, first of all, we would have had it. We would have switched systems years ago. It would have been the norm. And if it, or either that or everybody would have it as soon as it had come out. You know what I mean? It's still like, okay.
What do you think? That's true because it's very
Seems like it's
popular.
getting popular more lately.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
very popular.
They have
like,
all these home
overseas.
kits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cushy.
like wait,
That's one
what?
of them. Cushy. I think that's one of them.
You think you backed up a little bit? I think it might be. I don't know. Maybe.
Wait, so is it something? Is it a device you attach to your current toilet? It's not a separate
Yeah. You
machine.
Yeah,
hook it
now
into
it's
the
like
plumbing line of your toilet.
Robot, like autopilot.
I think people will be more intrigued by that. But like I think for some reason it's always been more popular in Europe or like in Asia, it seems.
That's what I was gonna say was probably the reason we don't like it. We're just like, no, that's stupid. It's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's dumb. You don't need that. You don't need to wash your butt.
Yeah. You use this dry paper
Yeah.
like we do.
We're too busy.
This is the only way. No, I sat on a I was at this like brewery but in kind of a rural area. It was like kind of a country western style brew pub or something. And I went to the bathroom, and this is like the last place you'd ever expect to see this, but they had the most high-tech like Japanese fancy toilet. Like it had the heated seat and the bidet, and it like played songs and all this stuff. And I was like, where did this come from? Like who? Like
Just
this
one eccentric staff person.
Yeah, I don't know how it got there, or like they got delivered there by mistake, and they're like, well, you're the fanciest toilet in the county now. But it was delightful. The heated seat thing was delightful. Have you ever sat on a toilet with a heated seat?
Yeah, I like it, but it also makes me feel like how it would feel if someone was already sitting on it. There's like some remnants of like, oh, is this someone else's butt warmth that I'm getting?
Whose heat?
You gotta hope. Oh, I hope this is an electric heated seat.
Yeah, I hope this is intentional.
That would be funny if that was like just some big fat guy's job is to go around and heat toilet seats for rich people, like in Lincoln's day, you know. Mr. Lincoln has to use the bathroom, quick.
He's just always on there reading a newspaper.
Yeah, but he's not shitting. You aren't shitting, are you? It's only warming up that seat. Don't keep shitting there. The president is coming.
He's got to get up and go to another bathroom to shit.
Right. It's
His
like
legs
the
are just constantly falling asleep.
Yeah. It's like the seat fillers at the Academy Awards. He's got to dress up and. So, wait.
I guess I feel backed up.
Well, yeah, no, I think.
Yeah, I back you up. I back you up with the
pillow.
problems that aren't there. I just like those squatty potty.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah.
And there's people that like the bidets too.
Yeah, they're weirdos.
I haven't tried them, so I can't say one way or the
I think
other.
I have like in another country, but I never didn't know if I did it right.
Oh, you'd know. You'd know if you did it right. Yeah, and then like I don't know. It's funny that all this stuff like only exists on Instagram. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever actually bought something purely off of Instagram?
I have.
Oh, shirt.
Do you like the shirt?
Yeah, I do. I try to resist the ads that I like because I'm like, oh, I don't like that they know.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, I like that.
It
And
feels like a failing if they actually get you to click on something.
Yeah.
Because then you know your feed is going to be that.
Got me,
Because
yeah.
like Johnny gets these ads now because he was like clicking on them to like research, like to make a joke out of them. But then it's
research.
like now you.
Yeah.
And I can never find them. I can never find them when we're doing the podcast. And then the week following after we record, it's nothing. So I just send Andrew screenshots every day. Like,
I was like,
see?
This weird men's underwear that separates your balls from your. See, Andrew, and it's like, okay, all right, thank you, Johnny. I believe you.
Here's another brand. I have ordered stuff. Every time I've ordered something, I can't remember what the first.
Are there really underwear that do that? Is that
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
they separate your balls?
Dynasty, shitasty.
We've talked about it quite a bit.
Yeah. It's like ball
sounds
hammock. I don't know.
Painful.
I know.
That's what I said. That was my whole point. See, he's backing me up weeks later.
Yeah.
I also have resisted many times, and lots of times you see stuff you're like, oh man, that'd be perfect for me, you know.
Yeah. And then
It's
it makes you more mad.
yeah, here's a t-shirt that hides your beer belly. Like, oh, that's what I need. I'll look cool.
Yeah. Then you're like, oh, fuck you, Instagram.
Hey, how'd you know I had a beer belly, you motherfucker?
Yeah.
But I finally broke down because I needed a swimsuit, and I've had like the worst luck. I don't know why. Probably just because I'm just not buying one. But so I see an Instagram ad, and I'm like, okay, these look cool. You know, I clicked on it and bought a swimsuit off of Instagram, and then it showed up like 6 weeks later, and it was the wrong size. It was a small, and of course I ordered a large. So I was like, oh my God, now I have to like find this fake company on the internet and send this back. And they were from Australia. So they sent
That's the thing, like
a swimsuit, like my carbon footprint for this swimsuit that now I have to send back to Australia. And then it's got to come back to me. It's ridiculous. All because I looked at a picture on my phone. And it was like, oh, I need a swimsuit.
Then did it just keep trying to give you more swimsuits after
Yeah.
that?
Oh, and now
It gets so excited when you actually do it. They're like, oh, we knew you'd like, what about this one? What about this one?
Right. They're like, we finally got them. And so
You're
now
like, I already have a swimsuit now. Stop.
That's what they haven't programmed the algorithms to figure out is like when you buy a product that you don't need very often, you can just go ahead and chill out now with the.
Yeah. Are you sure?
You want another Dodge Ram?
You like Dodge Rams?
You look like you love trucks. Keep buying them. Do you have a fleet? Anyway, so, but no, I'm backing you up, Johnny. I think you're right.
I'll take it. That's good.
The entire history of advertising is like finding a problem that doesn't exist and then exploiting it. So, but
all right, what do you got, Andrew?
Taking to the next level.
You're up.
You sound bitter about it. Move on. I'm done. Okay. I have one. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this, but you shouldn't ever ask, like, you know, when sometimes conversation will eventually get to like, what shows are you watching, right? Or like, what have you seen any good movies? Have you seen any good shows? And you might say like, oh yeah, I'm watching this show on HBO or whatever. And then you don't ever need to ask the person like, oh, what's it about? That never goes well because first of all, the person who's now trying to describe the show is not trained to like pitch this show. You know, I don't know how to sell it to you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to like condense it into and if it's a show like if it's like about like Walking Dead or something about zombies, you sound like such an idiot. But by the time and then, you know, the helicopter came and that character left for a while, but he might be coming, and everyone's like, what? So what's going on? And then they look at you like you're crazy. It's like, I didn't write it, you know. So you don't ever. My thing is, you just don't ask people what a show is about. They just, is it good? You like it? Okay, I'll check it out. I don't need to know like the plot.
So basically, it's like, oh, instead of saying what's it about, people are just like, oh, really? Well, here, ruin it for me real quick.
Yeah.
Give me the shittiest recap that you could possibly come up with.
I get nervous when people do that. Like, if I like something and they ask you, then you're like, oh man, now I'm just gonna, I'm gonna fail. It's like just room to fail.
I know. I feel the same way, and I feel like I feel bad for the people who made the show because I'm like, I did not get them a viewer there.
Yeah. It's always like ends with like, yeah, you gotta see it.
Yeah. Right. That is exactly. You just watch it. And they're like, well, not after that.
He's related to this guy, and it's good. Just go.
Yeah, and they're from space, but then are they from space? We don't know yet. And that, trust me, that's not ruining it. But yeah, it's like, it's just, you don't have to ask people what it's about. Just, do you trust the person's taste at all? Then it's like, if they like it, you should try it. You know, what I do is to get out of that. I think is like, I try to say, I don't want to ruin it for you, or, you know, like if like there might be a spoiler or something if I tell them too much. So yeah, so I say that too. Just watch it. Just watch it. But
You ever have them like try to pull it out? Well, but I mean, like, what's it about? Like, what's the gist of it?
yes, yeah, my mom will do that. She'll like really try to get me to like describe it, but which is crazy because she'll watch any show and she'll actually watch. She's like the one person on earth where if you recommend, because you recommend stuff all the time, she'll watch it and she'll pass you wherever you are in the show. She will pass. If you're on season 7, episode 8, she'll be on episode 9 before you can get to episode. She will pass you. It's incredible, but. Yeah, people do that. They like really try to get you to describe the show, and you just sound like a crazy person trying to talk about this pretend world.
You also have to know the person you're talking to well enough, because to know if they would like that. Because I got a buddy, and he won't tell me anything. Like I have to ask him because I know it's gonna be. He'll be like, "Hey, just watch this show, and then we'll talk." And I have. So many times I've watched so much fucking garbage, and it's because like it's. Have you seen the show, the documentary, The Staircase? Either of you?
What's that about?
Oh my God! It's like just watch it. We'll talk. It's like 13-hour-long episodes of a documentary about a guy that killed his wife by pushing her, murdering her, and then trying to act like she fell down the stairs. 13 hours, and that's what it's about.
That's when they're stretching when the first one's like they do like a cold open of him pushing his wife down the stairs, and then it's like the staircase was invented back in
the man
it has
who
a
built
long history of tripping and accidents.
And I did watch it, and he's like, "There's no, he didn't do it, right? You don't think?" And I'm like, "Yo, of course he did it." And then he gets all mad at me, and I'm like, "Okay, I watched your stupid show, and now you're gonna yell at me."
We've got to put a staircase spoiler alert in this episode.
It's so old. It's on them. It's on them.
They should have seen it by now.
Yeah, I don't want them to see it. I am doing them a favor by saying it's garbage and ruining it.
Well, it's funnier because if you really like a show, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you said, it's kind of nerve-wracking explaining it to someone, and because you're hoping they'll see it. But if you hate a show, it's so easy to describe it in detail. You can go blow by blow why it sucks, no problem, because there's no pressure. And then the person might actually want to see it. Well, that sounds really bad. I want to see how bad that is. Yeah. I kind of want to watch The Staircase now just to see what you're talking about.
Just watch the trailer. You get the whole gist of the stupid documentary in the trailer for it.
I feel like it's like the person is putting in the least amount of effort for it. Like what shows do you like? Tell me what it's about. Act some of it out for me. You do something. You can.
Well, it's like when people want to come to your show. Like, where is it? What time is it? Yeah. How much does it cost?
How do I get to? Yeah.
Do I have to order stuff? Can I?
Is it okay if I come 2 hours late?
When will you be on? Exactly what time? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is a sort of late, like a laziness, and it's like, get a TV guide, dude. What do you want to tell me? All right. Well, you guys are backing me up. I feel good about that.
Of course.
Oh man. Well, is it anybody else need? Is there anything else bothering anybody?
Yeah, I got something kind of. I don't know if people are not backing me up on it, but I've been hiking a lot lately, and I'm kind of worried about my knees. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I got these trekking poles. Do you know what that is? It's like these sticks you walk with.
Yeah. Did you find them on Instagram?
Maybe that led me to there. Could have been, but I like them actually. They're pretty cool. They distribute your weight differently, and like I've been going up pretty high, but I feel like really stupid because you just like no one else is doing that. It's like an easy hike that's like people are just like having a date on, and I'm just like.
Like, look who's scaling Mount Everest over here, everybody.
Yeah, it's just like everyone else is like taking hot Instagram pictures.
Right. And you're like stopping right in front of the sign that says moderate.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. Here's what you do. You put in your earbuds, and you act like you're on the phone the whole walk, and just be like, "Yeah, my knee. The doctor said I gotta wear these dumb poles." Just the
Or get the largest knee brace you can find. Just a huge, one of the ice bandages and like an ice pack underneath and the whole thing.
Kind of be going,
Yeah.
oh. Good to be back out.
But they do work, you're saying. They actually
Yeah, I've only used them twice so far, but I'm feeling like I saw an old lady who also had some, and I felt like I thought she would like
the ultimate sales pitch.
Yeah. You could
But
Mrs. Doubtfire
it. Like a good moment. I thought it would be like, hey, me and you, we're doing the, and I feel like she just looked at me like, no, it's not for you. Those aren't for you.
She's like, I was given these this year of my life. And I didn't want them.
Like an ice pick with me.
Right, in your survival kit. No, man, I can. Well, I've never taken the poles out. My my parents. I have been on a hike with my parents, and they had the poles.
They do it. Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah, they had them, and they like them, and or my mom. I think just my mom, and it was kind of rocky terrain, and so she needed. them.
There's rocks. There's rocks out there.
There's rocks. I saw a few rocks back there. I'm getting my poles.
I usually, when I see someone coming, I kind of like stop using them a little bit. I'm like, these are just for when it gets. I'm not using them for this. You didn't see where I came. I went up like at a weird mountain.
Yeah,
outside.
you can't see it from here. It's pretty cloudy. But
when people pass, you just act like you're holding them for someone else.
Yeah,
you just yell up the mountain. Hey, when are you gonna take these poles back?
Did you guys see an old guy?
Yeah, he's severely disabled. Have you seen? Be on the lookout for him. All I have is his poles. That's very. I feel like Johnny and I might be able to relate to you in a different way though, because we traveled a little bit during the pandemic, and we actually wore the face
shield. Yeah.
In addition, so we went double masked and face shield. And
a lot of people do that.
I thought everyone at the airport. I thought everybody at the airport, of course, would be like face shields everywhere, and nobody else. You really have to commit to the face shield when no one else is wearing it.
Yeah, it's hard. My
I don't know if I would have had the courage if Andrew hadn't told me he did it. And I was like, all right.
I know, because it's a whole move, and you got to take it out, strap it on your head, and
it gets foggy.
Yeah. And it's you feel like, you think people give you that, like, oh, you think you're so important, you need
you need to live.
You need to live. What are you gonna live for? Yeah. So I feel like I can relate to you in that way, and
it's
but
hard.
good for you though. Good for you because it works. So who cares what people think?
Yeah, I think I'm working on some upper muscles now,
It's like the Nordic track.
Yeah.
The elliptical.
It is. That's actually what's interesting about it, is you're supposed to go like opposite arm leg. So you kind of have to get used to that weird like rhythm where you're kind of walking.
So your left leg or your left arm is forward when your right arm is forward?
When your right leg is forward, yeah.
Okay.
Huh. And it kind of feels
right,
like
right and left.
Yeah, right and left.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And right. Yeah. But it looks extra stupid now because now you're like
Johnny is trying to mimic it.
I don't understand.
Everyone in the Zoom looks like an idiot right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like he said, Nordic track, because it is they're connected. Like they're supposed to be moving together. It's not like 4 separate limbs. It's like two pairs.
Yeah.
I remember when Nordic track, I don't know if it was first came out or what, but when I was a kid, it was kind of a novel idea, and my mom's friends or my parents' friend or somebody had one, and so I tried to do it, and it was very, I don't know if it would be easy now because I've done the elliptical so many times in my life, but it was very difficult. It was like, I don't know if because I was a kid and I had no hand-eye coordination or what, but it was hard.
It is unnatural. It's just like.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Nordic track or cross country skiing or what? I was mentally picturing myself walking.
We've lost Johnny. He's not going to be able to focus the rest
I gotta get up and see this. Hold on.
It is what it looks. It feels like you're like skiing on a flat area. That's how like
Yeah.
I
So,
feel like
yeah.
I look to people walking by. I was like, that guy's skiing.
I just did it. That's how you walk. That's like how you normally walk, though. Your left foot goes forward and your right arm goes forward.
But not like
But at the exact
together,
same time,
right? Like the arms and the legs kind of have,
Okay.
I think, have their own.
because
but
you
when
kind of
you
have like when you run.
Okay, I gotcha.
Because otherwise, you're not getting the support from the ground. Because it's supposed to just be like taking some pressure off your knees. And
Okay.
So if your arms aren't hitting the ground when your leg is, then you're not getting the like.
Yeah,
so
you're
they kind of
still
have to
using
be
your knee.
together. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really. But you're right. I guess you do walk like that normally. It's just more pronounced now. Like
Right.
like you're doing like an Encino Man dancer.
All right. I'm focused now.
I was just thinking about how all these podcasts, a lot of times like Joe Rogan or something, they garner such controversy because they'll talk about explosive topics or say something. I'm like, oh boy, buckle up, folks. We got 20 minutes.
Cavalry's
on
done it
poles.
again.
They're gonna cancel us for this one.
Yeah. Those are for disabled people.
Yeah, what if this is what
using-
got Ahmed?
Yeah.
Like,
You're not supposed to
he's
use
finished.
those.
I
You
didn't
took
know.
those from someone who needed them.
I'm gonna take some time to reflect.
Yeah. I gave them to an old person. I gave them away.
Yeah, I did. I'm learning every day, and I'm trying to make a difference. Well, thank you so much, Ahmed, for being on the pod. Do you have stuff you want to plug or stuff you want to tell people to check out?
Sure. Check out the movie Golden Arm. It's on, I think, a lot of the streaming stuff like iTunes and stuff like that. And
What's it about?
It's
I'm just kidding.
oh yeah.
Are you in it, or is it just a show you want people to check out?
Yeah, I just like watching it.
Yeah.
I want
Just
to talk
everyone-
about it with people. I'm a character in the movie. It's a buddy comedy, arm wrestling, female, starring comedy.
Okay, cool. And you can get it on iTunes.
Yeah, my sister directed it. It's good. It's good. Good family.
Cool.
No, there was no tension, no brother and sister, sibling tension during the because a movie can take a while.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool because we like made movies as kids, so it was more like, hey, we're making a real movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean there was like tension of like just the normal like, but I don't think we had
Right.
too much. I think we were pretty good. Maybe one night we yelled at each other or something.
you threatened her with your poles.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. Wait, left, right? Okay.
Left. All right, the Golden Arm. That's what it's
Yeah,
called,
Golden Arm.
right? Golden Arm. Okay, so check out Golden Arm, and that's it. I think.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on the stuff by name Ahmed Barucha on Instagram or probably Instagram, I guess. That's where I shop normally. So I'll
Yeah,
see you there.
that's where the good ads are. So
Yeah.
check us out on Instagram. So thank you everybody for listening. Remember to leave a 5-star review and something you need backup on in your life, and we'll talk about it on the show. And
Don't forget to check out the Patreon as well.
the Patreon.
Patreon.com
Yeah, we got a good.
/ The Cavalry Podcast.
That's right. Or backslash. Is it / or backslash?
Oh, try them both. I think it's. I know.
I never know what the
Try
difference.
'em both.
That's why our
That
Patreon.
is great.
The podcast will never make it until we learn what a / backslash. All right, that's it. Thanks everybody. Bye.
The Cavalry.
Cavalry.